Castilla y León is the biggest region of Europe. In this region arose the reign of Spain, and from there, Latin made way for the second most spoken language in the world, Spanish. I invite you to get to know with me 3 of its most beautiful medieval cities, to immerse yourself in its parties and its streets filled with cultural heritage and history, and to get to know its 3 public universities. That's where I went to learn Spanish, and I fell in love with that magical land. Do you want to live this experience with me? University of Burgos. The University of Burgos represents origin. Burgos is the house of the first European human, whose remains I could see in the impressive Museum of Human Evolution, and the habitat in which they lived just a few kilometers from a medieval city that stands out due to its vitality, its precious streets filled with culture and charm, and its industrial strength. But apart from that, Burgos also gave birth to the Spanish language. In the monastery of Valpuesta, the first words were written in what would later become the new language of Castilla, Spanish. In the University of Burgos, which is part of the 130 best European universities and with a large international vocation and its prestigious center of modern languages, I had the experience of learning this beautiful language, enjoying a city that has 3 patrimonies of humanity: the site of Atapuerca, its marvelous Gothic cathedral, and the Camino de Santiago. What better place than Burgos? University of Valladolid. In Valladolid, I found myself with a university that was 800 years old, with a historic library that is incomparable, with a monument dated back to the 18th century, with a palace that belonged to Santa Cruz, that stands out for being the first showing of Renaissance art in Spain. In an excellent center of languages, I could improve my level of Spanish, and thanks to the International Relations Office, I felt at home. The tradition contrasts with modernity of its campuses, with its award-winning buildings for their environmental sustainability. Its wide range of academic offers in all the fields of knowledge supports itself in award-winning research programs, all accompanied by its magnificent sport facilities and a cultural offer that made my stay in Valladolid one of the main tourist destinations for the quality of its wines, and the city that is famous for its gastronomy, an unforgettable experience. University of León. In León, it is assumed that the university is lived in Spanish. Among its professors, you will find linguists and members of the Real Academia Española de la Lengua. The Center of Languages has been teaching the Spanish language for over 6 decades to people from 5 different continents. León, a city of 1,000 years in which the first parliament in history arose, allowed me to be part of a complete program that gave me the possibility of learning Spanish, not only because of what I learned in the classroom with experienced professors, but also because I got to see surprising places and I discovered a city and a province that was enormous and beautiful and one of a kind. The landscape, traditions, and the gastronomy of León will leave you with a deep desire to come back. I invite you to live the experience of getting to know Castilla y León, much like I did, in its history, its prehistory, and its current vitality, the language, the culture, the music. Enjoying the university parties, the good weather, and the marvelous terraces, and having a taste of the Mediterranean diet. And all within the safest environment and surrounding, where hospitality and friendships are the main goals, and all just a step away from the international airport of Madrid. You could be me. The universities in Castilla y León show the real world.